Can you remember what your summation of this is the time where we can?
You got it recorded going now?
Yeah. Just.
You didn't want to miss that, did you?
Oh no, it was precious.
That's sweet.
But
okay, let's see. I was saying that I think what happens now is that these times are like this huge river coming into the Narrows, and those Narrows just completely intense and completely, what was the word you used? It was really good.
It's turbulence.
Turbulence, yes. The turbulence, the intensity, the power, we're really pushing through the Narrows right now. I mean, there was a time when we were just kind of floating down the river, but we have come to the bottleneck, to this intense place in the river. And for me, this is where, if we can help bring people through by bringing the message of the child, because the child is so simple, it's so uncomplicated. It is about the beauty of this world right here, right now. We can make that change. It isn't complicated. It isn't based on non-duality or absolutisms or religions or, everything's falling apart. You notice all the religions are falling apart, the systems are falling apart, institutions, monetary, the economics, the political, it's all collapsing. And that's beautiful because it's like letting go of what doesn't support us, what isn't the truth, what isn't reliable, what has no truth in it. And that's what I'm saying. I think people are very ready to hear what is, because they can't trust in anything that we used to trust in. It just has become totally unreliable. There's no reality, and people are beginning to see that. Just people in general are realizing there's no reality. And so to bring the light of truth now is what's going to make it so easy for people to see, because they don't have to go through all the stuff that isn't anymore, because it just isn't. And they know it. You just see it happening. Even if you've never studied any of this stuff, you're losing your world. So where is reality? And that's where we can bring the child and the truth and the beauty of this infinite presence that is right here, untouched, pure, changeless, always here, always present. We're so close. It's like we're so close now. And just a child heart can see it, can live it, can do it. It's so simple. Anyway, that's where we're going. I don't know how to kind of tell it again, but there's where we were.
Yeah, I certainly couldn't have said it any better. The thought that came to mind with the gorge and the river, the wide open river coming to the rapids, was a birth canal.
Yes, isn't it though? We are in the birth canal.
Yes.
Yeah, and we want to have a joyful birth here. We don't want to have a stillbirth at the end of this. We want to come through to the glory that we're supposed to be, and we can do this. And if you and I can be the midwives along with so many other people, if we can bring them on through, wow, that to me is what it's all about. And that's what these days are about. We are here because that's what we're supposed to do, is to help bring, or it also reminds me of Moses, bringing them through that, if you can bring them through, it's like, how did he walk through the ocean? You know, I mean, it's like
it was a parting of the Red Sea, basically.
Yeah. It's kind of that kind of a. Can we bring them through? I think we can. You know, I mean, that's what we're here to do, and it's destiny. So, I mean, it's in our divine DNA that we're doing this. It is the divine evolution, or where we're going. So let's do what we're supposed to do and say it as the best we can say it and bring some light to this. So
the interesting thing is the Pharaoh mentality is the world mind, egocentricity, and it's dogging our heels and driving us to the water.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. And we are being pushed up against the wall, and it's not going to work. It is not going to work. We are going to break out into a new day.
Yes, we are.
We are going to find the child, and we are going to live. And those people that are trying to control us are just going to be, they're just going to go, what the heck is happening here? It's going to be wonderful because we won't have to play the game. We'll just walk around it gently, sweetly, without a fight, without a war. We will gently open to this light, and everyone everywhere is going to start to see the light. And when that happens, there's not going to have to be any calamities or any wars. We'll just understand what isn't, and we won't pay it. You know, we won't keep catering to it. It'll just end on its own, being sort of starved. You know, if you don't feed it, it won't live. And if we just stop feeding the negative, the darkness, giving it power. Once we understand the truth, it's like you don't even say to yourself, "Oh, I'm not going to feed it." It's like you just don't, because it has no value, and we sort of come into almost like that. There's a quote in Gospel of Thomas, heaven is spread over the face of the earth and men don't see it. But we're going to see it. It's going to open up. We're going to see it. It's going to be here. I mean, I can see it. You can see it. I'm living it. It is here. There is this divine presence. If I can see it and it's here, then I think the veil is so thinning that other people are going to start to wake up and see it. We'll bring it. We'll do it somehow. We'll be helping this come through.
The thought that comes to mind is thrust in the sickle. The harvest is already white and ready to be harvested.
Yes, exactly. It's already here, so that's why I don't think it's not gonna take much. I really think people are almost on the verge of seeing it. Anyway, somehow that's what's happening. I can just feel it, you know. And quantum physics is helping it along.
It is.
Yeah. So people are starting to get holographic universe and made of information. I just heard the other day that everything this is quantum physics, but everything is made of like a bit, what they call a bit, an information bit. And so that's pure truth to me. Yes, information is God in formation. So everything, all form is God's intelligence seen, witnessed. So we're seeing the things that are what God is. Anyway, so the little bit of information, quantum physics are saying everything is made of a bit of information. Well, what's so beautiful about it is that they're saying a bit of information is forever. It's like information doesn't have a beginning and an end. It is a forever. And I just thought, wow, that is so divine, because that's the truth. God informing this world, God's intelligence, divine intelligence, has no beginning and no end. It always was, it always will be. And the other thing about it is, so if we're made of bits of information, like this body, this person I call me, if I am just bits of information, it's part of that equation that says life is eternal. We don't die. There is no death. I mean, this is another one of the huge pieces of this puzzle that people were going to start to awaken to see. There is no death. Somehow, I swear, we're going to start to really, really see it. But that's because I really see it. So I know that if I can really see clearly that there is no death, I realize now, maybe by communicating with this understanding of bit of information, how information never dies. It doesn't end. It is forever. And then the other thing about this was, oh shoot, I forgot. Darn it. There was another aspect of their quantum physics I was going to tell you.
Let me throw this in while I'm thinking of it. The whole basis of computer technology is 0-1, yes and no.
Yeah.
There's a primal decision, yes or no, and all of the computer graphics they can do now that are almost real in terms of the virtual reality really looks real when they do it on the movie screen. So it all starts with 0 and 1, and how simple is 0 and 1 basically, and that gets down to and so that's the basis of the computer information system. If you get into the pure metaphysics of it, we got the absolute awareness, which is
exactly, and
which
then
is
the one.
Yeah, and 0.
Yes, and what it is,
and when
it's the manifestations.
And when it moves, so in its still state, it's pure awareness. When it moves, it becomes intelligent energy, because its energy is the vibrating awareness. So the energy itself, the one, if you would, which is the substance that everything is created of or projected in, is innately intelligent and self-organizing.
Exactly. Oh, you just got right where I was going to go, is that it is this 0-1 thing, and we do know it's intelligent because they've figured out that, how did they say that? It was like, it's like life knows, it's like life, intelligence, this whole total intelligence that we're living, it knows, what was interesting, it knows it's not, it knows what it, how did it say that? It was so